Nicholas Sparks and Cara Delevingne. Give it up. So we've all heard about tiny homes, especially me. I go down the YouTube vortex, y'all. But maybe you've seen them on Airbnb as a vacation rental or people living in them in an attempt to drastically downsize. But in Oklahoma City, they are serving a different purpose. It's really rad. An organization called Pivot has built dozens of tiny homes to keep former foster kids off the streets. And y'all, it's working. So here to talk about it is Jen Goodrich, the CEO of Pivot, along with Shandy Rice, the senior director. Give it up for him, guys. It's great to meet y'all. Meet Cara, meet Nicholas. Hi.
Hey there.
Okay. So these homes are beautiful and they're all fully furnished, right?
They are.
How do y'all do that?
Yeah, lots of things. They're 280 square feet of adorableness is what I like to say.
Yeah.
And they come fully furnished with a kitchen, bathroom, bedroom, living space, that sort of thing. They were designed by some local architects and then also students from Oklahoma State University. Yeah. Really with the goal of being sure that we're serving at-risk youth, especially those aging out of the foster care system. National statistics say that 50% of the young people that age out of care find themselves experiencing homelessness in a very short amount of time.
And we have 26 right now. We're about to build 15 more, so we're going to be up to 41 individual homes. We're really excited.
So why do you, Shani, why are former foster kids especially vulnerable? Why do you think?
I think they just, at 18, they're out of the system, and then they find themselves with no support system.
And no skill set.
No skill set. Then they are like, what's next? And they just need people to wrap around them with services and be their family in that next stage of life.
Support system,
absolutely.
I think, too, there's a lot of myths about young people that find themselves in that situation, but the reality is they have the same gifts, talents, and dreams as every other young person. They just have more barriers and no opportunity. Yeah.
Opportunity is key in so many ways. So Jen, you say that there are particular advantages with tiny homes, right?
Yeah. So we looked at different models. We could have built an apartment building because we own 12.5 acres on our campus. But that comes with a lot of coding, bigger infrastructure, that sort of thing. And what we really wanted to build was community. And so that's what we do at these the tiny houses. It's a neighborhood that young person can step out. There's green space, there's neighbors, all of that sort of thing. And it's safe and stable space for them that they've never had before.
That is really cool, the community aspect of it. And then finding other people that are maybe trying to do it just like them, like-minded. So I want to take a second just to look at these homes. They're incredible, y'all. Look, it's incredibly cool what you do for these people. Like Cara and Nicholas, do you remember the feeling of living on your own for the first time? I do. It was powerful.
Yeah, I mean, it's so amazing what you're doing, guys. Like, I love that it's like giving that responsibility, community, independence, though. Like, that's amazing. What a gift.
That's what I remember, is being so independent. That felt good. Yeah. Well, Shandy, the need for housing is more dire than ever, so even in Oklahoma City, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people assume Oklahoma City is not the big areas like LA and things like that, so we don't have unhoused people. But the truth of the matter is they're everywhere. Affordable housing just doesn't exist anymore. And we're right in the middle of America, and there are major interstates that go through there. So kids may travel through thinking they're going to go chase their dream somewhere and find themselves there without a lot of options. That's very common.
Joining us now is one of their residents, and Daciana says living in a tiny home has changed her life. So you spent your entire life in the foster system. Do you mind sharing some of that experience with us?
Yeah, I've been in the foster system since I was 2, and I just experienced a lot of like physical and mental abuse and a lot of controllingness. And it was like really hard for me because I didn't like experience like what everybody else was like experiencing.
Yeah.
So it was like taking a toll on
emotionally,
like not knowing who I am.
Yeah.
And I had to figure out who I was, so it was like really hard.
That's hard in the first place.
Depressing, sorry.
Yeah. No, depression and mental health, that's a huge thing too. So Daciana's story is very common. So what's the ultimate goal, you think?
Every young person deserves those things, right? That independence, learning all the things that they need to learn, and that's what we try to do every day, is be sure that whatever lessons that they didn't get, that we step in, walk alongside them, and be sure and get that. But at the end of it, we want them to be happy and healthy.
And the beauty of our job that we get to do every day is we get to work with young people like her.
Yeah.
Like, she's so brave, the fact that she's here today. Like, we get to do that every day and witness that. It's pretty phenomenal.
Absolutely. It's hard not to look at you too. God, there are just some beautiful people up here today. I'm like blown away. So Deshauna, what lessons didn't you get in foster care? What do you feel like you didn't receive that would have been helpful?
I didn't learn how to cook. I didn't learn, like things that a young woman should know about their body. I didn't learn like how to drive. They just didn't care to teach me. That's kind of the problem, and it was because of just me being me. And
then you're just put out there and you're like supposed to learn all that on your own.
Yeah, I was just like,
sorry to interrupt you, but I think like on this trip, what she's learned is she wants to travel. So yesterday she flew on a plane for the first time.
Oh my God.
And we got here and we immediately.
Did you freak out or love it?
I loved it.
She did good. And then we went to the beach yesterday. We walked so many miles on that beach. She picked up so many shells. And best day ever. And we're just so proud of her. But now she's like, I want to travel. That's what I want to do with my life.
Oh my God. And that's such an important thing, because for someone that was craving information that wasn't given information, what a beautiful way to learn about life and culture and people like them to travel. That's an incredible thing. Deshauna was gracious enough to give us a tour of her home, so let's take a look at it real quick.
Hello, my name is Deshauna and welcome to my tiny home. This is my kitchen where I like to cook all my food. This is the living room where I like to chill with my friends and watch TV and play video games. This is my bedroom where my comfy bed sits. And this is my closet where I keep all my clothes and my shoes. And this is my favorite part of my tiny home, which is my bathroom where I vlog and do my skincare and makeup and hair. Thank you for exploring my tiny home with me.
Well, since moving in, what do you think is your most proudest moment?
My most proudest moment was...
My mom's gonna be so happy with that. Your proudest moment, yes.
The proudest moment was me actually just cooking for myself. I was able to cook Thanksgiving dinner for myself this year, and it was good. So I was like, oh my God.
So any words of encouragement from y'all?
I think it's wonderful. I like the entire concept of, well, we thought about an apartment, or we thought about duplexes, or this or that. And just your idea of building a community, I think that's a wonderful thing. Awesome. I know that growing up and learning about the world, I often learned from those around me that were next door, or just the people that were close by. So what a beautiful and wonderful concept. And life is long, and it's funny, I'm a lot older than you, and I still learn new things every single day. Yeah. So you might feel like you're really behind, but you might feel like that your whole life. Yeah. So never get too worried about that, okay?
Yeah, adulting, you're still lost.
Yes.
There you go. Well, we love what Pivot is doing to help kids aging out of the foster system, so we want to see them continue. So we're gonna give them $5,000 just to help out. Absolutely. Y'all are doing incredible things. I cannot wait to see what you do with your life. And you should travel. If you have that in your heart, do it. We only get one life. Screw it, do it. Yeah.